to see how things go. If our predictions are true. Okay, so we have a ancestral shrine, we have a solemn scholar, and Suko. Uh, no, yeah, Atsuko. So Suko. So yeah, solemn scholar is probably the only reasonable turn one by there. I guess you could go mystic, but there's no targets. It may not get no targets for the round. But a solemn scholar, so not naive student. Sorry, naive student and pass into a whisperer and a brash samurai on the other side. So Crane was first player, and they went with a whisperer when I think it was pretty clear that Phoenix would take passing fate. So that was an interesting choice. I think aggressive early is not a bad thing. So you need two characters to do that. Way of the Crane on the Doji Whisperer, turning on Voice of Honor, and getting that extra strength. Military Water with the Brash Samurai might be one option you might want to take, but we'll see. Probably turning on Voice of Honor for any potential assassinations. Sorry, I'll get the mouse out of the way. Midnight Revels bows the Brash Samurai. So I guess water is still useful, even if you hit Revels. Pass, pass. Get that one over with quick. Brash Samurai's open up, so he could go hunting for another province, although he risks Shrine Maidens or etc. as defense, or he could go back to Revels. Just get that out of the way. Do we see a Shrine Maiden dropped here for Phoenix to get their own conflict? Nope. Pass conflict. You can always do that. A second conflict, probably stronger. Heads in on an Earth Ring. Seems good. Try to equalize card advantage. Not try to gain a little bit. Equalize in this case because the student will draw a card, and he's down away the Crane. Let's see. We see an Honor of the Brash Samurai after a pass. 4-0. 4-0. Province currently breaking. Yeah, first break I don't think is a big deal. Loses an Honor if unopposed. Goodbye Revels. Revels certainly loses a lot of impact when you know where it is. It does warp Dynasty buys. Oh, loses one Embrace of Void. Not a crucial card at this stage, but certainly very good for next round when Phoenix probably plans on investing in a character, as does Crane. So both cases it could turn into a fair amount of fate advantage. Down comes the Ancient Master. So let's see if he's going to push a conflict here. Quite possibly Void. Nope, end of round. Okay, so past the second conflict and just went for favor. Doesn't want to flip any provinces he'd rather not. And he might lose favor on the Brash Samurai stand from a magistrate station. So best not to chance it, Phoenix decides. So gain fate. I think that Brash Samurai has to lose one. Yep. So both players heading in with a fair amount of fate here. Phoenix sitting on a whole lot of 5 ring money. First player over to Phoenix. Brash Samurai is kept. I hear it's a pretty good character. Voice of Honors are on, but so are Censures. Some Suki. Yeah, we got a nice set of fairly cheap Scanshin. No big bomb to buy with all that fate yet, but we know Phoenix, Secret Void Phoenix definitely has conflict cards they can spend a lot of fate on. I mean, they depending on how many Censures in their hand. Well, the board is not. Well, now it is. If there's another Embrace the Void into a say 5-fires here, might be strong, but you are risking. Let's see. Looks like favors on political. You're risking them having more voices than you have Censures, so could be dangerous. Might hold off. Might just could embrace that Uji and see if it sticks over for Lecco. I would personally save all the Leccos for embraces myself here, but or clouds, I guess. Tough. It just depends on how many mystics you have in your deck, because the 3 clouds are definitely going to be in Phoenix's deck. 5-5. Well, favors unclaimed. Oh, it's both rings. Sorry about that. Thank you, Christian. I forgot that both were cloud buy. So yeah, favors unclaimed. Okay. So yeah, then definitely consumed is a very risky, very, very risky proposition and probably won't see it this round. Despite the fact that 10 Fate is sitting on the Phoenix side, I'm sure it will be used eventually to buy some very fat Shigenjas and drop 5 fires whenever advantageous. Oh, sorry, did I screw up who was first last turn? Maybe that's, I thought yeah, okay, it was, okay, sorry, it was Phoenix. That's why they didn't have one at the very end. Okay, now I'm sorted a little bit. And that's why Passing Fate definitely went to Phoenix and bought the Doji Whisperer. Okay, yep, now I'm back on board. No, still buying characters after the pass. Okay, I see. Okay, so Crane spends all their fate. It's a pretty big. Oh, Uji. Sorry, Uji got honored. Aha. Yeah, there is for the second wave Crane. Okay, that's why he's buying. Duh. I'm catching up. I promise. Okay, so we see a 9 military strength Uji head in on the air ring to grab that fate. No blocks. Second break. Um, steals an honor. Not a big deal, I don't think, in this matchup. Especially with Brash Samurais out there going leaving play. Yeah, no cloud. Let's see if the cloud comes down now for the. Although, I mean, what you have to buy is not spectacular. You don't want to buy Yoshi. I don't. Oh no, he has no fate. So he's not buying anything. So really no need to cloud this turn. Looks like we have a past conflict, and we head into the third. So Crane's off to a very aggressive start here. They do have an honored Uji. They have a decent board. I mean, they're down 10 fate, but hits into shameful display. See a block with the naive student who can become a 4 political here. It's going to be difficult for the Brash Samurai to overcome that. Or at least he'll probably have to invest cards he doesn't necessarily want to, depending on whether it's the counter court games or not. Brash Samurai honors to come out of dishonored state, 2 to 4. We see clarity on the 4 strength naive student. Oh, we can't cloud no Shigenja. Oh, yes. Thank you for pointing that out. A very strange situation for. I'm not used to turn 2 no Shigenjas from Secret Void Phoenix. Certainly have hit that a couple times playing Keeper of Air Phoenix, but seems like Secret Void certainly runs even more Shigenja. Because they don't have to fit birds and possibly Sukune in there too. Okay, so let's see what we got. We got Earth Ring, still pretty good. And we have, well, Void with a Fate. Gotta love Void with a Fate. Oh, that is the Void Ring, I think. Yes. Oh, stands for favor. Now he's got favor. Okay. Still no flip on the Crane provinces. Phoenix playing it cautiously because they want to ensure. I think they want to ensure that if they hit Magistrate, they break Magistrate. That they have the tools at least to give it a good shot. And favors pretty important in this matchup as well. So Crane heading up to our 20 fate for Phoenix versus 8 and a board. Honored Uji is worth a fair amount. And favor being important too because Yoshi's on the other side. So we know Crane's restricted card is a Steward. And they are running duels to the death. I know they're at least running 2 of them. Yeah, it looks like he kept Yoshi. That was an interesting choice. His Doji Challenger going second. Not great, but okay. I haven't seen any new names in Greg's deck, which I find interesting because I think it's a really good card. But certainly that hurts that tea house. Because I would imagine it's a Doji Challenger by this turn and not a Yoshi, but see a part of the wage being bought with 3 fate. Okay. Kanjo's on a online, which is good, but it's on a broken provinces. Not great, but 50-50 there. But certainly means that Phoenix has a big leg up this turn for sure. So I think they might go magistrate hunting here. Two Prodigies of the Waves. Oof. And going first, so I think they're going first. Maybe second. Sorry, I'm really losing track of this. Oh, oh, do I, what? Am I missing? Oh, five, draw five, bid five, bid five. Okay. We see a cloud coming down on Uji. Answered by a let go. Censure on the let go. Voice of Honor on the censure. Okay, so Uji stays unclouded. Um, there's one cancel down for each player. I don't know if there's any censures in the Crane deck. So through two games I haven't seen, through one game I didn't see it. So surprise Elemental Fury, possibly. We would all be surprised. That's for sure. Yeah, Doji. Yeah, Challenger going first for sure would be. We see an Embrace on the Challenger. Oh, and 5 fires after a sword being placed. We see Voice. We see second Censure. Oof. Oh wow. That is unfortunate. I mean, the Challenger bought with 3 made sense from a longer term game perspective, but certainly kind of headed straight into that 5 fires, putting Phoenix, if not this turn, even though this turn they have Kanjo, kind of in the driver's seat here, because now Crane is going to be without a board next turn and only up 2 Fate, looking at staring down 2 Prodigies. Big play there. So yeah, I mean, I can understand centering the let go, centering the voicing the censure on your, because you had another voice in hand, so that was a reasonable play, but it just didn't work out this time. Although, if he didn't voice, then Phoenix wouldn't have censured and be the same outcome anyway, because 2 censures to 2 voices. And now 2 voices are gone, so it's going to be difficult to fate your characters going forward, for sure. So that's a big swing, as you often see with Secret Void and Phoenix, to kind of take a big advantage in this game. Brash Samurai, I think Crane might have to stop and take a few rebuilds turns here and give up some breaks, equalizing the breaks, but we'll see. Core games to dishonor or to honor the counter core games, keeping it at a 3/3. You definitely don't want a 5 running around. Gets a fan on him. Her. Yoshi comes in. Oof, 1 Fate maybe. Oh, he's enough for 2 Fate. Oh, because of the discount. Yep. But no favor, but still 9 political strength. I have 6 political strength, 9 in total, versus 5. So currently breaking. Kanjo's back away Yoshi. Okay. Yeah, favor is going to be, well, 2 censures down, and Kanjo going away. Favor suddenly became a lot less important, although Crane is holding Yoshi, so they want to keep favor. But yeah, with 2 Prodigies, it's going to be pretty hard to get that favor. That's a lot of standing glory if you don't want to box that, or you want to use Clarity, or Challenger comes in from favorable ground, I guess? Or is it Formal Invitation? From Formal Invitation. Supernatural Storm to get an extra 2, fending off that 3rd break. Yeah, I mean that's certainly I see that Aneil and a lot of certainly Discord League and stuff like that with no time limits. I'll see players do that a lot. Like either buy nothing first turn or underinvest, and just make sure that they're in control from board and even hand perspective if they can. Because yeah, the two breaks matter somewhat for sure, but not nearly as important as the third, and of course not as important as the fourth break. Um, well, depending on talisman, could be the fifth break. Okay, we see head to 7. I mean, he has a fate for a duel to the death here, but I don't know how he's gonna. Yeah, he could have, because Stuart's in play. He could have attempted to duel, like say the fan to the death, but I guess he didn't have it because he had the military. Oh no, he didn't because of the storm. Didn't have military advantage, but could have used the box. Could have done the other. The other. We see a Stuart drop with the last fate up against double Prodigy of the Waves. Prodigy's coming water, that makes sense. So Stuart was interesting. I mean, obviously plans to defend with it, so it doesn't really matter. Hits Shameful Display with Stuart in play. That's less good. I don't. He's Seeker Void, right? I don't think he took his Seeker Fate for that. I mean, sometimes you miss, especially when you're kind of under pressure. But it might be off screen. But okay, so we have the Prodigies. One stands, so we have another one that can possibly stand. Okay, heading back, we see a double defense. 9 to 6 currently. Sword on the other Prodigy, so we got a middle focus Prodigy and a political focus Prodigy, pretty good. Making him winning, not breaking. Sorry, 8 wasn't it? Just, I think. Oh, favor's gone from Kanjo. Spear Rush is 4th. Uji loses the honored, not that, and gets sent home bowed. We see a Bonsai response, taking Phoenix back up to winning. So he Spear Rushes 4th. Is that a choice of the defender? Because you would think he would send back the Prodigy with a sword, but because no, the Prodigy with a sword can stand. That's why he chose not to do that. Okay. Okay, so we're heading up to defender still winning. He doesn't have a Courtier in play, so I mean, this deck really so far doesn't look like it's running a new name. I don't know if you want to invest in a Zero Fate character, but that would turn on your For Shame there. I can see at the top of the deck. And that's a win on defense. And we still have a stand left and a military conflict for that Prodigy. Yep, stands up. Zero Fate for your opponent. Magistrate. No, back to Shameful. Okay. I would have been tempted to maybe hunt for Magistrate Station there. You could stand the Brash Samurai and you would lose favor in that case. Yeah, okay. Oh, was there a conflict pass? Okay, yeah, must have been a conflict pass or something, or pass conflict after. It's hard to tell on stream with no audio. And yeah, we got Yoshi with no favor versus 2 Prodigies. One of them fairly loaded up. Still 2 breaks to 0. So yeah, I think personally, I think Crane just has to, although Phoenix is playing quite defensively, because they can also, I mean, they have 5-fire options again and just load up characters and kind of go for longer game board, especially at the speed they're able to play. Could do a number of rounds, but I think Crane has to kind of try to have less characters and try to use the mono no RH to their advantage and catch up a little bit, sort of in board plus fate here with a pass, or not a, maybe buy 1 character, 0 characters, buy the Broken Kaizen and just wait, or maybe even just the Whisper. Oh, buys the Kaizen, okay, buys the Kaizen, dupes him, buys the Whisper, okay. He is second player, I guess. come I not remember this? Yep, second. So yeah, it looks like, I mean, avoid political, or otherwise you risk your whisper just being deleted by Eugenia without a lot of recourse. Looks like we see a 5-3 bid. Forgotten Libraries up 2 of them, so I guess Phoenix decides to put on a little bit of honor pressure. Um, Certainly if they start playing Shrymans, it might hit the bottom of the deck, so it gives them a little bit of buffer. And they're fading the characters for the long game for sure. Nope. Oh, sorry, it was Phoenix first. So, yeah. Military Void makes a lot of sense. This Whisper, I don't think long for this world. Magistrate Station. Okay, no honored characters and it first attack, so it's the time to find it. We have 7-3, 7-3 military favor. It's a Kaizen duel, so Kaizen may just be going home. Honored, okay. So I think he's just giving up this attack. I mean, storms are worth 3 each, and you can box. There's one at a minimum to box. There might be others in their hand. Yep. Okay, Magistrate Station crushed, which is a pretty huge break for Crane. Oh, and void the Yoshi, and goodbye Yoshi. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Oh yeah, so I missed that. Obviously that makes sense. The Whisper was never really in danger. It was Yoshi. Yeah, it's not looking so good for Crane at all. They had a fast start. They just couldn't overcome the board that huge fade advantage was able to buy, and obviously the fade 5 fires was the story of the whole match. So gossips, yeah, little late. Obviously, a gossip on 5 fires would have been really great after the brace came down. But it's hard to stop sometimes. I mean, censures were online, a lot were drawn, or sometimes Gishi Toshi just comes in and you can't do anything about it, period, during a conflict, other than, I guess, pre-gossiping it. We see Kaizen, Honored Kaizen head in for trying to get that third break on a mill. Nerve Scorpion, Crane, Phoenix, Crab. I suppose. I think it'd be a little quicker to just buff Dragon, Lion, and Unicorn. Okay, Sword on Kaizen to even up 7-7. Bonsai and Eugenia. Counter Bonsai, so 11-11. Winning not breaking for Crane. Storm is still an option to win this. This is a water ring. So I don't know how consequential the actual win is. I think obviously defeating the break is very important, or stopping the break. No, it's not a water ring. It's a earth ring. Sorry, military earth. Stewart comes down. We know he has another for shame in hand, although Phoenix has access to any number of, well, against the waves in this case. Or I suppose it could clarity, but there's 2 characters, so. Eugenia bows. Eugenia with the sword, taking 4 out of the conflict. Now threatening the break. I mean, there's still Corey Mori on the box, and a big board for Phoenix going forward, so, letting the third break be upholding authority, and not the end of the world. You can see what your opponent can do. Oh, okay, we can sort of see. It's a Mid Defeat in there. Tattoo Wanderer. Court Games. Anyone see anything else? Scorpion's doing fairly well. I think they're +2. Um, had lately, you mean in terms of, well, there's some excellent stats that were posted in a couple Facebook groups about the kind of year in the big tournaments and who was top 4 and who was that sort of thing. Yeah, they win a lot in Swiss, and they do well top fours, top eights, but they don't win big tournaments a lot, as far as I can tell. But they still do very well. So it's what you think is matters more. I tend to think that like top X cuts statistics are more important than win, because anything can happen in the top. They're all very good players playing very good decks. So who manages to win, I think, is good information, but it's not. I don't think it's as important as how many clans get into the. Hits Pilgrimage. Secret Fate that time, I believe. On a water political. See court games. To honor. So I don't think he's worried about honor, so he must be thinking about that storm for the break. Kaizen goes in formal invitation with the duelist. No, the duelist training was let go, so there might be a second. Court games. So dishonor. So now not breaking. Storms off the box, I believe, probably. Goes to 6. It's currently breaking. Kaizen moves in. He's already used duel. Well, it wouldn't matter in this case. He's going to duel for the Gumbai. Okay. I mean, it's not bad to get Kaizen with a Gumbai. And this is a good opportunity because, well, it's 4. It's 4 to 7. Yeah. Okay, bids to win. Forks over some honor. Still not danger zone by any means. Nor will I think Crane will be it in this game at all. Okay, we have a break on Pilgrimage. But Kaizen will have no fate. So next round, it's the pressure's on to go like Kaizen Void, no matter what. In the first conflict, you're just not going to get to use him. I mean, I guess you can use him on defense. I suppose, yeah, that's not so bad either. Because you're probably going to opt to use him on defense. Yeah, I forget what I said. It's not that much pressure. Okay, Whisper heads home. Forgotten Libraries are double ditched. Phoenix is going first on a stronghold attack. Crane's going first on a stronghold attack, but Phoenix is going second on a stronghold attack, so with a bigger board. Somewhat intimidating Kaizen, but he's only around for one more round too, so Phoenix could just play this really defensively and be in the driver's seat for next turn for sure. As that Kaizen was pretty heavily invested in for a 1-fate character. Yoshi, sadly looking forlornly at the favor across the table once again. Yes, it's round 4. Yep. Yogo's always got it. Got the info, proper info. Okay, we see this Brash Samurai bot. Yep, Covert versus Water. Pretty rough. That's a very awkward for Crane. They want to avoid the Covert. They have to go Water themselves, which isn't a ring that gets them anything. Plus it stands. The allows the prodigies to stand without actually attacking Water too. Oof. Five to 5 bid. Oh, storms are worth a 5. Plus 5 only. I'm sure there's one in hand, so that's plus 10 off the box. If there's a third one in hand, or second one, that would be the third one. That's plus 15. Yeah, this is really hard to win. And there's been no against the waves played, I don't think. So even if there's a full-on defense, you're still going to get a pretty hefty attack back. Watering for makes sense. Let's see. So, I mean, Crane could feint in with Kaizen. He has a favorable ground if it's over-defended. He doesn't use a favorable ground if it's under-defended. But it's hard to be under-defended as long as you have a Shigen Storm, you can defend it. Second duelist training, okay. Let go. Second let go of the game. But, it's certainly not going to get any better for Crane next turn. So they got to go for it. They grab some covert, which to me seems like they're not going to do the feint. They're going to go all in. 2 for shames are down. Oh, Samurai stays back. I guess, yeah. I mean, I don't know. No, it goes in. So yeah, that's a super all in play. It's this or nothing. Yeah, and you knew it was Koromori, so political rival hurts even more. It's basically just getting you the covert. Yep, the 5 fires. I agree. 5 fires was a huge swing and cut the Cranes' chance of winning that game down immensely, for sure. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I think it would. It was very very difficult. I think Crane might have been able to play really defensively and try to get passing fate and bank fate and go for character with a lot of attachments for value and maybe hold on till a number of rounds more. But they opted for just as viable of a more aggressive strategy to just try and get that third and fourth break before Phoenix. But I think they might have had a slightly higher chance if they went defensive and trying to outvalue with attachments. But there was a lot of unplayed storms to change that. Let's see. Okay, so we're just sorting out the defense here, I think. Oh, third for shame on Eugenia. Okay. We've given up the dice, unfortunately, against the waves on Eugenia. He's thinking about something. Does he have a voice in hand? But it's not active anyway. 'Cause one honored character, one honored character. To cloud the mind on Kaizen. So we can't send everybody home. Okay, we'll get some dice. 12 to 12. Okay, winning, not breaking on a fire ring. We have a giant prodigy and some storms, likely waiting. So I'm sure Phoenix is. Oh, duels to the death on Eugenia, so they can choose to dishonor. Censure. Okay, so they have to choose. And why is the box bow? Sorry, did I miss that? I didn't see any duels yet. Oh, voice of honor, third voice of. No, he can't voice of honor. Where's the other honor? Oh, duel to the death with Stewart. Okay, so he could have killed Eugenia. And then I guess Crane conceded because I don't see Phoenix conceding in this position. Okay, so okay, and that's the game. Thanks everybody for watching. Yep, I think Phoenix followed their game plan to the T. They just waited for their opportunity when they were very likely to get the 5 fires through. They banked up a lot of fate and a superior board advantage going forward in the rounds. And yep, that's the game plan against Crane, I believe. With Secret Void Phoenix, and they managed to take it, or would very likely have taken it, given they stopped the all-in attack there. 5 fires is definitely good, definitely good. There was a lot of naysayers when they first saw it. I mean, back when Scorpion was Super King with Forged Edict, I think was when it first previewed. But even without Embrace the Void, it's still just a really strong card for the way the game is. For turning those boards in future rounds just completely on their head, making it really tough for the opponent to build a board, especially when there's just another one they can play off the box, that kind of thing. Just really using that fundamental aspect of the game of characters disappearing and losing fate, turning that into a big advantage for the Phoenix Secret Void player. Typically, I've seen 2. I don't know how much this particular deck, but usually the Secret Void deck I've seen 2, just because they want to see it when it's most advantageous to use. I mean I don't know some of the other clans. I know that Secret Void Phoenix can have difficulty with Unicorn. Of course, there's Korimori, which is just difficult to overcome, especially if you can get the favor and censure the captive audiences. But I don't know if Seeker Void Phoenix, I think, has a pretty good matchup all around because Tower is pretty prevalent and 5Rs are really good against Tower. So. Okay, that was pretty quick. We had some pretty quick players, some pretty decisive plays. So um, I'm going to take a little break and hopefully see everyone back for round 5. Oh, actually, let's go check the Lotus Pavilion. I don't know if there'll be a lot of games finished yet, but we'll see what we can see here first.